going live tonight while I get some organizing done of all my mermaid junk. So we're gonna just wait a few minutes for people to hop on, and I'm gonna show you all my different mermaid tails and some of my costumes and some of the tops that I've got. I'll show you how I'm organizing some of my stuff, and it'll be fun, I hope. I have to do this regardless, and right now I am doing this YouTube programming thing for live streams. Check this out. This is actually like a little YouTube cup. I got that in an in-person creator workshop, which was cool. And I'm so tired, so I need the caffeine to get going. But yeah, I'm doing this live stream sprint that's official through YouTube. Hey Chelsea, thanks for joining. And I have to do 10 live streams in February. And when I signed up to do this thing, I thought it was going to be 3 months, so January, February, and March. So 10 live streams across 3 months, but it's actually going to be 10 live streams in February. So I'm on my third one. I'm a little bit late, but we'll see. Anyway, tonight I am working on organizing all my mermaid stuff, and I've only got some of it here with me today. Our apartment is having renovations done, and we got new flooring, which is really cool, and it's been a good opportunity to purge junk and get some shelving up and everything, and try to find a way to organize some of my mermaid stuff. It's a bit daunting. I've got my son set up in my room with me right now because we don't have a room set up for him while we're doing all of this stuff. So there's like the two of us crammed in here at the moment. But I'm going to show you all my little hacks that I've been using for organizing. So I've got like one behind me there. And we're just going to look at some of my tails and tops and wigs and all kinds of cool stuff. I don't have all of it here. Some of it is downstairs at my neighbor's. We've been keeping some of our stuff down there while we move things around, because we had to move all the furniture out of the apartment in order for them to do the floor. So I've got my cute little mermaid mama t-shirt on. I don't know if this is actually like reflecting properly or not, if it's mirrored or not, but it's cute. And I just refreshed my hair, my mermaid hair. So it gets bleached from the pool really badly. So basically everywhere you see this bright red is yellow from the pool. So I dye it, and I use a color depositing conditioner on the bottom to offset what the pool does to it. And I was gonna go swimming tonight, but the pool is closed. So hopefully later this week I will do a live stream from the pool, and I can demonstrate my breath hold and all that kind of fun stuff. So let's get started. Chelsea, thanks for joining. I know some people just like to watch these after the fact. So we're gonna look around my room for a second. Okay, so this is my little wall that I film in front of sometime. It's just a fun little backdrop I got here that I got off Amazon. I do have some like professional backdrops, but I like this one. And you can see my creator, my silver plaque up there. And I've also got my workstation here. So I have 2 workstations in this home because I work for the military during the day training pilots. So that is my station for training pilots, and it has to have specific security settings. And I replicate like the flight deck across those screens, which is really cool. And that's pretty much all I can say about it on YouTube because there's like laws around the security stuff. So so that's kind of cool. So yes, I am your neighborhood YouTube mermaid who also teaches people how to fly planes and do rescues and jump out of them and do maintenance on them and all kinds of cool stuff. So I am full of interesting stories. I'm trying to roll up my sleeves so it's very warm in here. Yes, I've got that there. This TV is not a TV. Kind of funny story here, and also you can see the new floors are really nice. We ordered a large monitor to do photo and video editing on, and Samsung accidentally sent us this monitor that is for drive-throughs. So you know, like when you're going through a drive-through and you see the giant monitor that is for looking at the menu, that's what that is. And it's got like, it's only 1080p resolution, and it's a huge freaking, it looks like a huge flat screen TV, but it's actually this monitor. So we just keep that one in the bedroom, hook a Roku up to it, play kids shows on it for my kid because he doesn't care that it's only 1080p. And then we come to the side of the bedroom I'm sharing with my kid. So this is his cute little bluey bed, and there's a bookshelf there. And then right behind the bookshelf, we've got some of my stuff that I'm organizing. So let me show you some of what I've got here. I am wearing sweatpants, and I'm enjoying it. Thank you so much, because it's freaking cold in Canada right now. Polar vortex. So downstairs I've got, my neighbor has all of our shelves. So right now we're just going to be organizing some boxes of mermaid tails and wigs and tops. So this is like a kid's tail. This is called the guppy, and this is like a rainbow one. Pretty cute, right? So inside is a fin. There's a little plastic monofin in there. So the kid's feet goes inside, and obviously, you know, these kind of things have to be done with adult supervision, and kids should know how to swim, and you can't just put a mermaid tail on them and expect them to be able to do it. My kid is actually having a bath in the background. I can hear his dad talking to him. This is the adult version. So these are guppies. They're nice, affordable, little fins that are really good for learning and really good for being budget friendly, and you can still kind of get like cute photo shoots and stuff with them. I like to do parent and child like makeovers, so like mermaid mom makeovers with the kids, which is cute. So I normally have big ass shelves that I put all of these on because they're quite wide. This is a small one, and you can see how wide it is. It's really wide. I'll show you another one. These ones are plastic, and the this is like a spandex material. So I've got one back here on my TV, one of my tops here. Just toss that aside. Oh yeah, look, I've got my YouTube toque. So when you're Canadian, YouTube gives you a swag. So look, I've got a YouTube toque, and I've got an official YouTube cup to drink Dr. Pepper out of. So thanks, Chelsea, for saying you love my room. It's still being worked on. It's still a bit of a mess. You can see the internet cables like running around this door. I do have a vanity over here for my makeup and stuff. And this is some of the stuff I've been working on. So this tail is a lot heavier. This is like a little bit more of a professional tail. This is a blended material, so not straight up spandex. It's very similar to wetsuit material. And inside of it, the fin is rubber, so it's actually quite heavy. And this is the smallest one of these. Danny says I'm a nut job. Well, buddy, I'm a nut job who's been on Netflix and makes good money doing this. And, you know, Stephen Colbert did a monologue about me. Did he do one about you? Nope. Bye. My life is awesome, and my mermaid stuff is fun. And life is hard for people in the world right now. So let people have fun. So yeah, here we go. Here's the, this is like, this one's called the Fantasy One. We've got another person saying hello, hello. And inside this is a silicone monofin, so I'll give you a little idea. So it's made of rubber. The one I have in here is blue. So you can kind of see, it's like the foot pocket there. Nice rubber. Good for swimming. And what I have to do tonight is organize some of the junk that I've got in bins that are going to be going on the shelves of the mermaid gear. So let's adjust the camera a little bit. And I'm just kind of hoping you'll hang out with me while I do this. So we've got some people who joined. Hello. I think we've got some folks from overseas. I'm in Canada where it's snowy right now. No fun. I hope you're enjoying where you are. This is not going to stay like this. All right, so I have all these bins. Just like tons and tons. And I need to sort them and organize them before I put them back on the shelf so that everything is in a good place, and I can find everything again. And I've got so much junk here. So first thing first, I can already see I've got some accessories that I'm going to hang up. Check this out. This is a circlet. I use this when I wear wigs, and it helps me keep the wig on while I'm swimming. And if I'm trying to keep my hair out of my eyes while I'm swimming, it can stay on, which is cool. And then I've got some specialized goggles. Often when mermaids are performing underwater, we're not wearing goggles, but sometimes you do want to be able to wear goggles. These are called goggles, and they're made to match some of my tails. So you can see the light's a bit bright. You can see that. So I would I don't know, I think I've got them like set up really tight. I might have put them on somebody else. So yeah, so basically, so I can do like the mermaid thing and still kind of look somewhat mermaidy when I'm underwater. But most of the stuff I do it without goggles, and this just helps. So we're gonna hang these up over here. So I'm just gonna put them over here. I've got this nice IKEA shelf that I'm gonna hang things on. I can show it to you in a second. So I've got that there. And we've got like a bajillion things here that I need to look at. So we've got some mermaid tops. Some of them are silicone and some of them are fabric. This one is made out of silicone by the Lemonade Mermaid. So we can check that out. Man, okay, I got a name for the dudes that come on here and say weird stuff. You are merverts. You could be so many things in life. Why be a mervert? So, anyway, here's a cool top. So, funny story, the reason Stephen Colbert talked about me in his monologue is because I introduced the world to the word mervert, which are men that leave gross comments on mermaid content. Most of us are children's performers, so it's kind of bonkers to do that, but some men do, so that's what we call them, merverts. And yeah, Stephen Colbert did a monologue about it. You can check it out, and he talked about me. It was cool. So yeah, this one's made of silicone, and it glows in the dark, and you can see this was made from like a clay mold, and then the silicone was poured into it. We've got some nice little pearls and stuff, and yeah, so when I'm swimming, I'll wear that. So I have a whole bunch of these that I'm trying to organize. I've also got like mermaid themed bathing suits. So that's just like a fun one piece here. And then my mermaid tops, my mermaid tails, a lot of them have tops that match. So for instance, I've got just like, it just looks like a regular bathing suit top, and it matches the mermaid tail, right? So if I don't want to wear the big heavy silicone one, which they are really heavy, I can do this. I've been trying to find a way to organize these tops because they're heavy, right? It's like 5 pounds of rubber. This one's really cool. It looks like dragon scales. So it goes with another one of my tails. So as you can see, like this one's kind of like a corset style. But they're heavy, and I just bought this thing from IKEA. Let me show you. I'm gonna put it on my wall. It's kind of like, see, I can like move it this way, and then I can take some of these tops and I'll be able to like put it on the wall and hang them. Look, it goes both ways, so I can kind of do that kind of thing. I needed something that would be strong enough for these silicone tops though, because they're obviously like much heavier and more difficult. So I don't know, it's not going to look very pretty, but I need something, right, to hang these up with. So for now, I've got them on a shelf. We're going to keep all of the tops on my bed while we're doing this organizing, and then at the end, I'll show you the shelf I've got them on. Get my, use a nice drill too. All right, so let's get back to organizing. I have to get through all of these boxes. Some of the tops I have made are for more conservative things, like when I do schools and hospital visits and stuff like that. So this is like a fun little crop top kind of thing. And then the mermaid tail, the waists are really high, so it kind of comes up. I also have sleeves I can put on if I need to. So, you know, when you're doing something at like a school, they don't really want to see the bikini top. So these are good for that. Also good for training. Just got like a regular bikini top there. Another, I have so many of these. There's a tail that matches every single one of these. So another one of those. Yeah, I have a lot of wetsuit booties because your feet get really sore inside the costumes. The foot pockets, they point your toes like a ballerina, so you get blisters and stuff on the top of your toes. So I have a lot of like wetsuit booties that I'll wear inside of it to keep me safe. I have a lot of wigs. So the wigs are often similar in color to my real hair, and it's because the wigs are a lot easier to manage underwater, and they can stay in, they keep their shape, and I glue them on, and some of them are quite old, so they're kind of like, it's pretty ratchet looking like wig, right? Like a drag queen wouldn't even like this. But the nice thing is when you're underwater, it doesn't matter how messy it looks. It's really good underwater. So we're gonna have a pile of wigs. Some of them we're probably gonna throw out or donate, and we're gonna keep. So I've got a wig here. Hello. Hello, nice to meet you. Lots of folks jumping in. Thanks for joining me. I have a lot of kids mermaid tails, like baby ones. So I'll show you some of those. So this is not for swimming. This is different than what a kid would use to swim in, right? So a kid would swim, if they wanted to safely swim, they would swim in something like this. It's got, like it's actually got the fluke, and it's got the hard plastic right there. So they would swim in this. They wouldn't swim in this. This is just like for a baby to wear for pictures. So we do this for like moms and babies doing photo shoots, because what's inside this is just a little piece of foam to give it shape. So there's like 2 pieces of foam in here, keep the little baby's feet warm, not for swimming in, just for getting like cool pictures with mom, you know, cute little baby pictures. So swimming, not swimming, and if you're swimming, if you have kids swimming in it, they need to be doing it with an adult, right? Okay, so let's look at some of these mermaid tails and get them organized. These are going to be pretty big. They're not really going to, you're not going to be able to see them all the way in the thing. So a lot of mermaid tails have beautiful fins. So this is like a fabric. This is by the Mer Tailor, and these fins just look gorgeous underwater. If you want to see what these tails look like underwater, check out my long forms or my short form videos. I definitely hope if you're seeing me for the first time, you might consider subscribing. I've been a mermaid for 16 years, and I've been on YouTube for most of that, so I've documented like my entire journey. So this would be like, let me move the camera down so you can see. Again, I'm wearing sweatpants because it's freaking cold in Canada right now. So this would go on like right here. These little fins by my pelvis would like move while I'm swimming. I've got these side fins, and then on the back there's a beautiful dorsal fin. That's gonna move when I swim too. Really looks cool. And even though it's fabric, it's got this really nice 3D effect. So if I bring it up really close, you can kind of see we've got these really nice shaded scales, really beautiful. Ethereal K says, I'd love to have a Mer Tailor tail. Yes, girl, we got to get you one. So see, isn't that just gorgeous? So yeah, we're gonna, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna organize these boxes, right? This one has a really big fluke area. So my fins are downstairs at my neighbor's, but that's okay because they're not going to fit in a box anyway. Holy cow, we have 50 people watching. Thank you so much. My name is Raina. I'm a professional mermaid from Canada, and right now I am showing some of my costumes, and everybody on the live stream is helping me organize because my apartment is having some renovations, and we're reorganizing all the mermaid crap. It's good times. I've been a mermaid since, well, for 16 years. I've had a lot of cool experiences, and I've documented it all on my YouTube channel. I teach people how to do this, And when I'm not a mermaid, I train pilots. It's a good time. So yeah, we're gonna fold this one up and I'll show you some more. I can't remember all the names of these off the top of my head. I think this one is a phoenix or something. It's definitely got like that fire kind of look, right? So we'll put this one here. What else we got here? Oh, this is a rash guard. And I have a tail that matches it. So this is nice for really sunny environments. But I, being a Canadian mermaid, I sometimes cheat and wear these over a wetsuit. So I will have a tail that matches this, and like pretty cool, right? So the chat, hey Peyton, how you doing? The chat keeps asking me if I want to like run questions to you guys. I don't even know how I can do that while I'm here. Let's see. Well, next time it pops up, I'll see if it'll let me do it. Because I'd love to ask you guys questions. It's funny, I've got so many lights on and yet it still looks yellow in here, even though I've got white lights on. So yeah, that's a rash guard. I think we're gonna throw that over here in this pile. I've collected lots of fun little accessories along the way, right? Fun stuff. This is a mermaid tail I bought when I was pregnant, and I needed one that was bigger than normal for me. And it was I was pregnant during COVID, and I decided to bling this tail out. I bought a bedazzler and I bedazzled it. So as I get closer, you should see some of the nice little rhinestones. There we go. Can we make this brighter? I guess not. Let's turn this light. Cool, cool. Hang on, guys. Don't mind my double chin. Any brighter? No, okay. So yeah, you can see nice sparklies and really beautiful side fins. I love this design. Again, I added more rhinestones to it. And the cool thing about this tail is it was actually a misprint by the artist who makes them. Hello! And it got recycled, basically upcycled, into a different style tail cut for a smaller fin. So the bottom is actually pretty small on this because it had a misprint and it was like broken on the bottom. So it got cut down to fit in a different tail, which made it a little bit cheaper for me. I love the beautiful dorsal fin. Look at that gorgeous dorsal fin. We have 52 people watching us right now. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Raina and I'm a professional mermaid from Canada. I appreciate people checking me out. I'm really thankful for my usuals. Shout out to Kay and Peyton. I have a sheet in here that I use as a backdrop, so don't need that in there. And remember I was saying that I have like lots of little booties and stuff for putting my feet in the mermaid tails. So I have like all kinds of different styles, so I feel like they need to all go in their own thing. These are like slippery ones. They don't keep you warm, but they make it easier for your foot to slip into it. Again, because it can like kill your feet. Hello! Thanks for everybody for joining. Peyton loves the rhinestones. Yeah, and then I just found these. These are my freediving gloves. So these are when I'm in the water and it's really cold. It doesn't look really great with a mermaid costume, but when I'm training, those will keep my hands warm. Because our ocean is freaking cold here, even in the summer. When I did my freediving course, it was 35 degrees Celsius in the sun, 4 degrees Celsius in the water. Wasn't a fun time. So yeah, wetsuits are a must. Got another little booty here. All right, so we've emptied our first bin, and these are just from IKEA, and I have a shelf that I'm gonna put everything on. So I'm trying to organize my mermaid junk. So those tails that we just looked at, we're gonna put in here. Those can go back on the shelf. I'm gonna look at some more. Oh yeah, so this is my custom mermaid tail that I designed with the help of another mermaid because I don't know how to do digital painting, and she did that for me. And it's inspired by a whale shark, and I just love it. And it actually matches a suit that I have that's like a full body suit called a slip-in. Yeah, Kay says, even in the summer, the Atlantic Ocean is pretty chilly. Yes, it is. So this is a whale shark style tail. and it actually fits like a really wild fluke. It's hard to see here because it's a little bit inside out, but this one has all these fun little tendrils. It's one of my favorite tails. So it's got all these fun little pieces on it. Now, one of the problems with mermaid tails that are fabric, I do have silicone ones, but my silicone one is downstairs. So next time I do a live stream, I'll show you my big, heavy silicone mermaid tail. The fabric tails are awesome because they can still look really good. However, they do start to wear out. So you can see that the heels here, this has started to wear out here. And if you're wondering why I have so many of these costumes, it's because I ran a company. So people who worked for me would rent my costumes. I just love that. Isn't it gorgeous? But you know what? I can smell the chlorine on it. Woo, 57 people watching us. Yeah, I can really smell the chlorine from all the gigs that we did. A gig like a kid's party or swimming in an aquarium or just making a YouTube video, I try to think about what is the goal, like what kind of look are we going for, and I will build a character around that. Some mermaids will wear the same costume or the same color scheme so that they always look consistent, and that's totally fine, just like a character on a show or something, right? But I like to change it up depending on the client and depending on what I'm doing, and I love this whale shark one. This is one of my favorites, and unfortunately this one is getting really worn out, so it's gonna have to be replaced soon. So it is a custom mer tailor that I had made. It'll run you about $1,000 to get a custom one made, especially if you get all the extra fins, right? We got a couple of wigs here that I think are gonna have to get thrown out. They're looking pretty ratchet. And these two wigs I've actually boiled and tried to restyle a few times. Hey, Mako Mermaid Girl. So I don't think there's any salvaging of these ones. Some of my wigs I'm saving for a local drag queen because she can repurpose them, but these ones are just like Amazon wigs that I have used to death, and having them in the ocean and in the water and the chlorine and stuff, like it really wears them out. But so these are lace front wigs. So like the inside has this nice little cap, and then the wigs always have like this little bit of lace that you can glue to your skin. And that's how I keep them on in the water. So like this little bit of lace here would glue around like my my forehead here. And yeah, so I think two of these are gonna have to get thrown out. And which is sad because I love the pink and I love the red, but we're gonna throw these ones down because they're no good. This is not a mermaid tail, but it matches a mermaid tail that I have, and we're probably gonna find the piece that it matches in here. I try to make content and have costumes for the holidays. So if somebody wants like a Halloween theme or like a horror theme. So I've got this skeleton onesie and I have a mermaid tail that matches it. And I've done some underwater videos with it, and I even have a mask. So check this out. So here's like the mask. Are you ready? It's creepy. All right, we got the skeleton mask. And spooky, scary skeletons. So we've got this, and then I have a mermaid tail that matches it. So let's see if we can find the mermaid tail, and then I'll show you the whole look together. I actually have two skeleton mermaid tails. I can see one right now. Okay, here we go. I've got two skeleton mermaid tails. Can you tell the difference? One of them glows in the dark and glows under black. So the green one glows under black light and glows in the dark. So you can see there's like this really nice print. Cool, right? Goes all the way down. So if a client wants like a horror theme or a Halloween theme or something, that's what we're gonna do. It's pretty cool. I love that one. Hey, Winter Mermaid, thanks for joining. Then this is the white one. So you kind of see the difference here. There we go. We got the white one. We got the one that glows. Whew, I am working up a sweat here, and I just realized my air purifier is on, so if that was making too much noise for you guys, I'm sorry. Yeah, so let's look at the whole look together. I'm gonna put this freaky mask back on, okay? I've worn this underwater. I have done underwater tricks with this. You can see the underwater videos on my account. Right, so we got that. we got this, and then we'd have the mermaid tail, see? Just line it up there, right? So then I can do like a cool little underwater mermaid thing, skeleton. I've got gloves that go with it, or I can paint my face with like waterproof face paint or something. But I have done some really, really cool mermaid stuff with that. So we're gonna keep these together in my organizational pile because they're kind of important to go together, right? This is really fun, actually. I haven't like gone through all of my tails in a long time. I think I should make a long form video where I show some of the tails and then show them being used. So I think this box is pretty much filled. I'm hoping that we can like pare down some of these boxes. So there we go. There's like a box of mermaid tails, and that's going to go on my nice IKEA shelf. Now, here's something I'm really excited about. I just booked a gig for an aquarium, and it's got seals, and I feel like this tail really is going to be perfect with the seals. Check out this pattern. I love it. It actually almost looks like a, look. Doesn't that almost kind of look like that's the seal's nose and that's his eyes? It's the top of his head. And it almost looks like a face right there. What's that condition where you see faces everywhere? So this one doesn't have any like extra fins, but it's one of my favorites. Look at that. Isn't that so Canadian? It's so Arctic mermaid. I love it. So I do have some pictures and videos of this on my account, me swimming in it. So the front has like, it's very seal, right? So what I'm gonna do, remember how I showed you, for those of you who've been on for a while with me, you know how I had the rash guard? I'm gonna get one of these rash guards to match this tail, and then I can put it over a wetsuit and get in the tank in the cold water with the seals. So the seals at this facility are rescues, and they were actually part of research, so they were like getting needles and stuff when they were rescued. So I'm gonna get the opportunity to swim and hang out with them. And the aquarium that I'm gonna be in is gonna be a little bit colder. Now, the aquarium is fed by water from the ocean. So that time of year, September-ish, it actually will be warm for like my standards, probably like 21, 22 degrees Celsius. And I will be able to wear wetsuit pants or something at the very least underneath this one. But I just think like this matches what the seals look like in real life. So I think it's going to be really cool. I love this tail. We're going to put this one aside. I have to do some training with it though. And like, you know, I had a baby. I've got some body fat I got to work on, and like I got to get my muscles back, right? Like I've got the chicken arms. You can see my weights behind me. I used to deadlift, and I could deadlift my body weight, and I worked with a personal trainer, and then I had a baby, and I was really sick in my pregnancy, and I had a really hard time recovering. I almost died when I gave birth, and it's been really, really hard to try to get my body back, and I've had to accept that like my body is never going to go back. It's just new. But in order to do these mermaid gigs where I'm in cold water, I'm sinking, and I'm doing a lot of swimming, I do need to work on my body composition. So I don't really care what the number on the scale looks like. What I need is for the muscle to go up and the fat to go down. And that's going to let me sink. It's also going to let me be more efficient with my breath holding. I can stay underwater longer. So I'm going to be doing a series documenting all the fitness that I do in order to get ready for these gigs in the tanks and stuff. So yeah, I just love this one. Look at it. It does look like a seal face, doesn't it? Like the head, like it's three seals having a conversation. That's what it looks like to me. Winter Mermaid says you look fabulous. Well, you're so sweet. I've come a long way. I have a long way to go. Okay. This is a top for another tail. So I'm just kind of keeping my tops over here until I find the matching tails. I think I'm missing some boxes. Ooh, okay, let me show you this one because I can show you the top that goes with it. Really beautiful. Check this out. I bought this tail when I was pregnant, and I wanted like a really cool look. I've worn this tail to death, so it's a little bit worn out here and stretched out, unfortunately. It's like the inside of the tails. Flip it over. This is so beautiful. It looks like a monarch butterfly. So let me just fix it so I can show it to you. So I bought this when I was pregnant and I called it my maternity tail. Oh my God, there's a bunch of cat hair inside it. That's disgusting. Ew, that's what happens when you put it through the dryer. Oh my God, there's like a lint. That's disgusting. Woo, let's throw that out. Gross. I do put them in the washer and dryer, which is like sacrilegious in the mermaid community, but I'm busy. I got a kid. I got a job. I got a kid. I got chronic health conditions. I gotta put these things in the washer. Okay, so here's the front. All right, so I wore this one while pregnant. So again, this one is like a bigger size, and I've been debating selling it. It has a lot of memory, and I don't know if you can see it that well, but it is pretty worn out. See the lines on it? So that's pretty worn out. And it feels a little bit stretched out, like it feels very soft. I mean, soft is good, but then it gets to a point where it's stretched out a bit too much and you start to lose the design. So look at the beautiful, look at that. Just gorgeous, right? Mer Taylor just does amazing work. Look at that. So let me show you the top that goes with this, because it's freaking gorgeous too. Had this made by a Canadian artist, and she doesn't make them anymore, Amathea. So my problem with this top, okay, is I had it made while I was pregnant and while I was nursing. So basically the top is like collapsible. There's like all fake boobage here. My little boobs no longer fit in this. So this is why I think I have to sell it. But look at how well the artist did make this match the costume. This is silicone rubber, and like, look, this is like sculpted, hand sculpted. Look at the detail. We've got this beading. That's my kid in the background screaming. He's so used to this stuff, I have to like make sure he doesn't crash my videos. So it just does like a phenomenal job of matching this costume. And I feel like the pigments that we use to paint this top, it doesn't look good in artificial light. It looks better in sunlight. So if you were to see this in sunlight, you can see that they match really well. So if you check out some of my long form videos, like if you go to my channel and there's a search bar on my channel and you just search pregnant or pregnancy, you'll see my videos with my pregnant belly and this costume. And it's just gorgeous. And I also have a little baby one that matches it too, that my son wore when he was a baby, an infant. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous top. So gorgeous. This is like taking longer than I thought though, because I'm talking to everybody and I'm gonna have to put my kid to bed at some point, so. All right, we've got that one. We've got another wig here. This one might be salvageable. I might be able to restyle this one. So it's still got some ringlets there. This is like a white one. It's got a blue braid or something in it. Oh, maybe not, man. I don't know. That's looking pretty gnarly, huh? I think this is going in the discard pile. Now, I've got two things that go together here. So, you remember how I showed you the skeleton one? This is an abalone one. And this is like a full suit that I would wear either over a wetsuit to keep me warm, or I could use it in the sun when it's really bright. I've done it in the snow. So it's like full suit, right? It's got the legs, it's got the arms. And then this tail goes with it. This is an abalone tail, abalone inspired. Abalone, I don't know how to say it. Am I saying it right? Is it abalone? Do you say it like baloney? I don't know. So let me see, where's the front? Beautiful, beautiful fins, almost like stained glass, right? And here's the fluke on this one. Again, oh my God, I can smell the chlorine. I just use these so much, even though they've been washed. Again, you can see the wear that happens. See this white pillowing and stuff? That's like the wear that just happens from using them. And yeah, these go together. It doesn't go quite together as seamlessly as the whale shark one, but it is pretty nice. And again, I have so many of these because I ran a company and people, oh here, look at the dorsal fin. Look at that. It's beautiful, right? Take a look at the dorsal fin and like the detail on that. These artists blow my mind who make this stuff. It's like witchcraft. If the men find out we can shapeshift, they're going to tell the church. All right, I think we've got some garbage in here. Oh, baggy. Oh, okay, we got some. Oh, look. These, more goggles and little fins, and they match two of my tails. So those are kind of cool. A neat thing about these is they can also clip on your ears too. So those are fun. Got those. All right. What is this garbage we got going on here? There's I've got all these old postcards from my career. So here's some of my team in our silicone costumes. That's me in the orange. That's my best friend, Mermaid Mimi, in the pink. Mermaid Kristen in the blue. Mermaid Nessie in this kind of periwinkle. Oh, no, sorry. That's Mermaid Nessie over here. This is Mermaid Victoria in the periwinkle. And this is Mermaid Tuala, and she's kind of got like a purple thing. So this is like a really cool thing that I always do for gigs. I make these postcards, and on the back, it has all my social media, and the mermaids will sign them and give them out to the kids. So that's kind of a cool thing to do. I don't even know what some of this is. I'll just stir some of this out. Okay. Next up, this tail is really worn out. I'm probably going to have to retire it soon. This is a killer whale tail, and it's really stretched. So I need to like figure out what I want to do with it. It's like really saggy because it's all stretched out. You can see how saggy this is in the front. It's just like totally stretched out. So, I mean, I think we can tighten it, but it'll lose some of the design. So when these kind of mermaid tails wear out, this is a really common issue, is the fabric just keeps stretching, and it just keeps stretching kind of infinitely. Hey buddy, mommy's doing a live stream right now. You can come say hi if you want, but I'm on the internet.
to count on the measuring tape.
Okay, I don't have measuring tape, honey. The measuring tape's out there.
I'm counting the measuring tape out there.
Okay, you keep counting the measuring tape. Mommy's talking to the internet about mermaid tails.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Can you close the door, please? So this one just stretched and stretched until it's basically like not able to be used, right? So I'm just going to shut the door because he's loud. Okay. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. Some people have said turn it into a blanket or turn it into a pillow, like a body pillow or something. Like I don't want to throw it away, but I can't even sell it really because it doesn't fit anything anymore. It doesn't fit the fins that go inside of it, but it does look really cool. It gives you a neat look at how it looks. It's even got this dorsal fin so that when I swim, it's like a shark almost, and the little side fins. So yeah, but you can see that it's like pretty worn out, right? Look at that. Look at all the wrinkles and stuff. Last time I wore it is probably the last time. Although it's nice to have what I call beater tails, which are tails that you're not worried about them getting ruined. You know? So I'm going to start piling these back in. Got that one there. I showed you the whale shark earlier, and I think I found the whale shark suit. So here's a whale shark suit that I was talking about. So this is like a full body suit. I think it's gone viral a couple times on the internet. So yeah, the tail matches this. And again, I can put that over a wetsuit to keep me warm when I'm doing stuff outside. And oh, nice to see you. Lots of new people on. Yeah, so mermaid tail can match that. Now I think that's over here, so I'm gonna put this one in there. The guy who makes my costumes also makes lots of beautiful bathing suits. So again, I've got lots of these gorgeous bathing suits here. So there's a nice one with a nice print. Oh man, we got another wig here. I think we can salvage this one. Oh my God, you guys, this one looks terrible. Oh, hang on, let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, very, very sexy, very Raggedy Ann. But you know what? When you're underwater, it doesn't matter. It looks cool underwater, right? So I might hang on to that one. It's a good beater one. I have two of the same tail here because one of them was remade. So let me show you an example of a designer updating the design of their tail. So this is called the Copper Mint. It's one of my favorite mermaid tails. It's so beautiful. But this one is also really stretched out, just like the whale one. So it's so stretched out that it doesn't really fit anymore. So you can see that's really big there, really stretched out. Beautiful, beautiful design though. Look at these beautiful scales. And it does have these beautiful side fins. So we're going to take these side fins off and put them on my replacement tail. So let me compare this to the replacement design. You guys tell me which one you like better. So see, this one has scales that are a bit lesser, like not as vibrant and in your face. This is the updated version, okay? So the updated version has the tails, has the scales a bit darker. So check this out. See the difference? So these are kind of like different. So it's the same, it's literally the same design, and it's like an update of this one. And then the fluke, this is the new fluke, and you can see the colors are really vibrant. And this is the old fluke, not quite as vibrant. So yeah, these are two of the same tail, but one is an update of the other one. And this one is bigger and this one's smaller because I keep losing weight. So Winter Mermaid likes the update one. Yeah, it just doesn't have the side fins. I gotta take the fins off of this one and add them to this one, I think. So don't put this one away. I feel like I should be putting my tails that are worn out together. Maybe I will do that. Because they don't need to be, I'm going to keep them, but they don't need to be there, I think. Put these together. I don't think I'm going to get this all done tonight. Oh my God, there's so much. Got a nice cape here. So this is like Isis wings. Looks really cool underwater. You also use it sometimes as a backdrop for pictures, but like underwater, it just looks so cool. So we've got that. Whew, I'm warm. This is a guppy tail. So it's not quite as fancy as the other ones. It's got like a small fin here at the bottom. It's nice budget one. Yeah, they are called Isis wings. That's what they're called. Isis was like a goddess, like goddess wings. That's actually what they're called. What else we got here? Okay, here's another one. Pretty nice design on this one too. Kind of like purple and maroony. Hi Jill, how you doing? My friend Jill is so cool. We are, I'm in a live stream boot camp where I have to do all these live streams this month, and today I am cleaning and organizing my mermaid tails and explaining things to my audience as I go, showing some of the cool tails I've got. So this is another nice one. Look at the fluke on this one. We've sadly found a few tails that have bitten the dust while we're cleaning. Look at that. I took this one. I haven't worn this one that much. So, okay. This is a dress, actually. This is not a mermaid tail. This is a dress I made from my photos. I have all these ocean clothing that I made during the pandemic, and most of it is ocean, and this was one I made from photos I took of a sunflower farm. So I don't know why it's in here with my stuff, my mermaid stuff. I'll have to hang it up in my closet. Got some more wigs here, I see. Here's another tail. This one was inspired by the Little Mermaid when the live action came out, so the colors were kind of inspired by that. It's got little fins added to the sides. See those? Look, Tyler the creator's hair comb. That's a hilarious name, Tyler the creator's hair comb. Jill says, what do you do with tails that bite the dust? I don't know. That's what we're talking about on here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with some of them. The fabric is really stretched out and I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to repurpose it. We were talking about maybe turning one into like a body pillow or taking it apart and turning them into blankets or something. This is one that's broken. It's just so stretched out that it doesn't fit anymore and the fabric is like falling off. So it gets like really, it's a killer whale. So that's kind of cool. I don't know, guys, tell me in the comments, what do you think I should do in order to recycle the ones that have like lived past their shelf life? That's one that has, and then this is one that has. I've already got leggings, so like I have leggings already made out of these. Like the company makes them to match the tails, so I don't really know what I can do there. This is a kid tail that I would use for photo shoots for kids and giving kids lessons. And then it also comes with like, if it's a girl wearing it, there's like a cute little top. So I have this version and then look, I have the baby version too. And then like the mama version. So we can have like a mom and her kids get photos together. I love doing makeovers to moms especially. Sometimes the dads do it though. I've got some very masculine looking tails, so past their shelf life, Jill says. Hilarious. Hey Jake, nice to meet you. So I do have all these nice kid ones too. Okay, oh my gosh, there's so much junk. Here's another kid one. Another cute little kid one. Maybe I should put all the kid ones together. And these are some pants that I got for a parade that I was in when I needed walking feet. But I actually think they look like a sparkly diaper, which I think is so funny. But they're kind of like belly dance style. But literally, like when I wear it, it just, so I mean, I guess when I'm showing you in the video here, it looks like a skirt. But in real life, when I'm wearing it, it made me think of a diaper so bad. I think maybe because I had my kid at that time. But yeah, check it out. Because sometimes I have to be a mermaid with legs, right? And I'm doing parades and stuff. So this is like really, like there's some visual ASMR for you. Let's just appreciate the sound it makes for a second. I love it. And like our viewers just jumped. You guys love it too. So I do have some videos in this outfit. So what I did was like, I had a cool mermaid top, I had a wig on, and like we had this going. So that was a whole look. It was a whole look. Alrighty. So much junk. Here's something else that I've used. I've needed my outfits to be a bit more conservative looking. So again, this might be when I do hospital visits or going into schools. Hey, Janet. All right, so check this out. I got this at a costume store in the States. So what I would do is I would put this on so it would kind of cover the cleavage area, and then I would have like a mermaid top over top. Do I even have one over here? Let me just like find one. Yeah, so I would like put this over top, and then this would like cover the cleavage area so that when I'm doing like a hospital visit or schools or just something where I need to be a little more conservative and not show so much boobage, then it's fine for like being around the kids and stuff, right? So not that, I'll tell you, kids don't care about boobs. Babies always try to grab them, which is hilarious. Babies try to grab them all the time. It's adults. It's adults that are weird about this stuff, right? So human beings have boobs. So this is really sparkly and pretty. And it's got like the pearls and the rhinestones. Man, this is like a happening live stream. Thank you so much. I didn't get to do this Halloween, but I wanted to do a Medusa look. So I bought this from the dollar store, the Medusa snakes. And I have like this thistle inspired lingerie set, and I wanted to build a whole Medusa sexy seductress kind of thing for Halloween. And it didn't happen. So I still have that. We've got another couple wigs here. This is one that I used for a cosplay, actually. It's not even a mermaid wig. I used it for a cosplay for Silent Hill. Man, did that movie bomb. Oh, that was a bad movie, the new one. I went to see it, and I was dressed like Maria. If you're familiar with the character, that's where this wig is from. It was a bad time. Not a great movie. You know it's bad when everyone's laughing at what's supposed to be like a serious moment. I got another blonde wig here. So this one, so like these wigs are in rough condition from being in the water, but what I can do is boil them on the stove because they're synthetic. I can boil them and restyle them. So I do try to restyle them a few times so I can get my use out of it. And they tend to hold their shape underwater, which is why I like to use wigs. It's a lot safer for the most part, except I was in Mexico filming for a TV show, had a wig on, and I had just taken a course on wigs, and I had it glued on my head really well. So I swam down. I have no breathing apparatus, no scuba, no snorkel, nothing. I free dive down. I'm posing on these rocks, and the end of it wraps around coral. So I have to come up for air, and this wig is like caught on the coral. And because I just took this course where I learned how to like glue them on my head really strong, it would not come off my head. Because normally in a situation like that, I'd be like, woo, snatch that wig and swim up and get some air, right? That did not happen. So I have a safety diver with me, and they're trying to like pull this wig off of the coral without breaking the coral as well, because it's like against the law. So you can't like break the coral in Mexico. And anyway, I ended up taking off like, it still hasn't fully grown back, but I took off like a layer of skin up here, and it took the hair with it. And now I have like this little bald spot here. Like you can see, like I have this little bald spot here where it pulled the wig off, and it took my scalp with it. So that I had to do it in order to survive underwater. So this one is a crazy one. We'll hang on to that one. Let's see, we got a little Christmas headband for when we do Christmas mermaid stuff. There's a Christmas gig I do every year. Check this one out. Now, it needs some repairs. It's in a bit of a state, all right? My friend made this for me, put a lot of thought into it, but it's in a bit of a state because it's fragile. It's very Queen Amidala-esque. Oh no, it's like falling apart. Okay, so there's like a starfish that's supposed to be here and one that's supposed to be here. What do you think? I need to fix it, right? It's very Queen Amidala, so I think it's very nice. Hey Taylor, thanks for joining. So really gorgeous, right? So this looks really nice with one of the more elaborate costumes, but she's having a hard go. She needs some fixes. These little dingly bits, they used to all connect. Look at the nice beadwork there. You can see some of my hair has fallen victim to this. So on the back side of this, it's like a wire, and everything is wired in. So I've got that one. Let me show you this other one I've got over here on my shelf next to my workstation. This is one of my favorite ones, if I can get it out of here. I love this one for helping keep the wigs on underwater. It's kind of got like a little bra strap in the back with these hooks, and you can see these clippies. So it's like formed to my face, and let's see here. It works better with a wig. And then this little clip comes over here. Here we go. It's kind of like what's the girl, Mira from Aquaman? It's kind of got like a Mira thing going on, right? So I love it. It frames my face. It's so cool. It stays on underwater. And got somebody being a mervert in the comments, so I'm gonna hide you. But yeah, check this out. Cool, right? Now it's really tight and it often leaves a little indent on my forehead. I just love, it gives me like instant contour though. Like I love it. I'll probably wear this one in the aquarium. And the hair like all flows up underwater. So I love this one. Oh my gosh, you guys, I didn't think I would be talking this much. And we've been on here for like an hour, I think. So I'm gonna maybe do 1 or 2 more boxes and wrap up because like I have to put my kid to bed at some point. We're all in the bedroom here. Another wig here. This one is a bit, I love the look of this. It's very Chappelle Roan, but it's in need of some TLC. Another wig. Oh yeah, check these out, my friends. So when I have to do land events where they want me to be a mermaid, but like I have to walk around, so a parade or when I'm giving talks or something, I've got these cool leggings. And check out the side. They've got these little silicone fins. Check that out. Yes, they're heavy. So I have some videos in these too. So I wore these to the Lady Gaga concert, and they're just so fun because like you're walking and the little fins are going. So I always have very unique, cool things. We got a couple more. Oh yeah, so remember earlier I showed you the killer whale mermaid tail. I have a baby one too. So there's a little baby one. I cannot believe how much junk I have. Whew. Here's another mermaid tail. This one is a recycled mermaid tail, so it's a misprint. It's got some problems on the fluke. See these lines? So the guy who makes them can't sell it because of this, but I didn't care. I took it. I got some really iconic photos and videos with it. Got it for free. Like you can barely see that, right? And I can Photoshop that out. So I really love the look of this one. I think it looks kind of like very traditional mermaid style. It looks a lot like a fish. So yeah, I have done some cool stuff with that. Whew. And this is a nice backdrop I have. Actually, it is a shower curtain. And I use it as a backdrop in YouTube videos, or when I'm doing gigs, I'll put it up behind us when we're doing like a meet and greet with the mermaids, so the kids can come up and get a picture. And then there's a nice backdrop. I'm having like my leave Brittany alone moment, like he's in the thing. No, am I dating myself? Am I too old with this? So it's just, you know, you can find things like this. It's just a shower curtain and it's just soft and it works great. I got one more box left and then we're going to wrap up, folks. We got a couple more wigs here. Some of these are destined for the trash, I can tell. Got this old Amazon blue one that I tried to use to match the whale shark. Here's a nice lace front. You can see the inside of these, and you can see it's well used. There's all the glue residue. So this one is ready for the trash or recycling, we'll see. This is like my super long one that I love, but it's like unbearable to fix these knots. It's really, really brutal trying to fix this one. Looks amazing underwater, but like this looks like Chewbacca. So that one can go. Last couple tails here, and then we're gonna wrap up. This is also worn out, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it because it's one of my most expensive tails, and it wore out. It is a lionfish. It's so heavy because of all of these extra fins. Look at all these extra fins. And I've got a top that goes with it. Where is that top? Okay, yeah, so we've got the matching top too. So yeah, check out cool lionfish. So when I'm swimming, this is moving around, right? Really nice. This one. We got this one. Now the problem with this one is the front is really stretched out. See that? See that discoloration? So when I wear it, it's like super white right there, and it's like really obvious when I'm wearing it. It's not so obvious when I'm holding it up like this. If I'm just holding it up, you can't really tell. But when I'm wearing it, it stretches out, and I end up with like this discolored front bit. But it's so beautiful. Like, look at all these freaking extra fins. It's so heavy. And I do have a baby one that matches this one too. But you can see it's like pretty worn out. Gets these white scuff marks. Whew. All right, so we've got that one. This one is a splash tail. This is inspired by the movie with Daryl Hannah and Eugene Levy, John Candy. I got to meet the people who made that. I got to talk to Daryl Hannah. I got a tattoo of her. She is one bad bitch. All right, so this one is also a little bit worn out, but it's not too stretched. So, classic orange and black. And this is these little fins for the goggles. Match it so that when I'm swimming, I've got like, I can wear goggles and they have these cool little eye bits. So those are called goggles. So I have rubber versions and I have this version. And this one just has these fun little fins here. Here's another way that these tails get worn out. The black wears off really quick. So you can see that there's like all this white scuffing here. See all that like pillowing and stuff? That's from me sitting on it on rocks and stuff. This one looks so nice in the water. Orange really pops in shallow water. Not in deep water, but in shallow. It looks really good. Because orange and blue are opposite on the color wheel and they're very complementary to each other. So I really like this one. It's kind of got like it's called the Sunrise Locust. And I think a sunrise really sums it up. So folks, that's about half of my mermaid tails. It's not even all of them. You guys surprised that I just didn't like show up in this video like with a snorkel and being like, got one more wig here. This one's not too bad. I think I can salvage this one. It's kind of a mess, but I think I can salvage her. All right, I'm going to show you around my room for a second because I want to show you some of my accessories, and also you need to see the absolutely bonkers mess I have made of everything. So bear with me while I pick up the camera. I can't believe how many of you stayed with me on this. Thank you. All right, let's grab the light. Okay. I'm going to flip you so you can see all my junk. All right, so I've got a whole pile here, mermaid junk, that I'm trying to organize through. There's my little backdrop. Here's my workstation, one of two. And behind here, you can see I've got some of my crowns and stuff. We've got a few wigs, some of my current wigs. There's some gifts and stuff that I've been given from people that are mermaid themed. Don't mind the walls, they're a mess because I'm in the middle of renovating stuff. And I'll show you some more. This is another like IKEA shelf full of stuff. So here's like some of my necklaces. You can see that one matches the tail I showed you. These are for your wrists. Let me turn it around so you can see it. And that's my friend Merman Icarus. Isn't he great? These go on your ears. Cool necklaces. These are headdresses, headpieces. There's some mermaid baby tails up there. Down here, we've got some goggles, crowns, more necklaces. And yeah, I have all these mermaid bins that I've been emptying. These are my my pile of wigs that are gonna go. There's my tails that didn't make it. And back to my pile of stuff. So listen, I can't believe how many of you have stayed on this call. And it's pretty wild to me just that like we've had over 50 people at different times during this. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I'm going to be doing more of these live streams because I'm doing this boot camp through YouTube where I have to do 10 live streams in February, which is absolutely bonkers for somebody who doesn't normally live stream. Check out my YouTube cup. Yes, it's official. Sometimes I live stream using OBS and I will show you my behind the scenes footage underwater and we'll talk about how we made it and the story behind it. And then sometimes I live stream events that I'm doing, and I'm hoping either tomorrow or Thursday I'm going to live stream from the pool and I can demonstrate my underwater breath holding at the pool. And you can also see me swim. So if that's something that interests you, I hope you will like and subscribe so that you can see more. Janet, thanks so much for joining. Chelsea, thanks for joining. Jill, thanks for joining. Taylor, thanks for joining. I'm really thankful. Some of you, I'm afraid I don't know how to pronounce your names. I apologize. Jody, thank you for joining. Winter Mermaid, thanks for joining. Peyton, as always, Peyton, you're my girl. Thank you. Some of these names you guys have got on here are just hysterical. Mermaid Makeup and or Mermaid Mako and Kay, I appreciate you. So thank you so much. And if you were just dropping in tonight for the first time, I really hope you'll consider subscribing. I work super hard on this channel. I have had it since 2011. I have my entire career documented on here. You can see me swim with animals, with sharks and manatees. Look, I got a manatee tattoo because I swam with manatees and it was so cool. I loved it. There's a documentary about me. I got to do some work with Netflix and I talk about what that is like. I was featured by Stephen Colbert. I have that clip on my website. I've been on BBC. What else? All the American stuff, even though I'm Canadian, I've been on all the American stuff and then all the Canadian stuff as well. I get to swim in aquariums sometimes. I have a little traveling tank and I'm also a mom. I train pilots when I'm not a mermaid, and I also cope with chronic illness, and I document all those things on my channel. So I really hope you will check me out and subscribe so that I can continue sharing my journey with you. Thank you for hanging out for this hour and 15-minute live stream. I really appreciate you. Best fishes!